8 people, Adam. 8 good men and women whose only crime was to come to work today. And those so-called pro-human purists slaughtered them.
All of them? You sure?
If we're lucky, the plant manager might still be alive, Josie Thorpe. They needed her to get into the administration wing. But SWAT isn't holding out much hope for her survival.
We'll see about that. So what am I looking at here? Who are these guys?
I told you. Pro-human purists. The same purists who've been firebombing limb clinics all over the country. They broke in a few hours ago, right after we moved the Typhoon in for assembly line factory.
The Typhoon? Megan's team was testing it the day that bastard... Who's on point for these guys?
Adam, I know you and Megan were once...
Who is on point for these guys?
Goes by the name of Sanders. That's him there. But he isn't augmented, Adam. So he can't be one of the mercs who attacked us.
Didn't have a problem killing innocent people, though.
Yeah, and he did know exactly how to get inside the plant.
So how do you want me to handle him?
I don't. Not right away. Your first priority is to recover the Typhoon. I can't let SWAT inside until you've got it. But as far as rules of engagement go, I'll defer to you. Lethal or non-lethal?
I'm not looking to start a firefight in there, just neutralize them.
Okay. But just make sure those bastards don't wake up and warn their friends. You remember what it's like in there? A lot of tight and closed hallways, but the labs themselves are pretty open. High ceilings. So you want something you can use from a distance or up close?
The closer the better, I think. That way I'll be sure they'll stay down.
You got it. The Typhoon should be in the factoring labs, but Frank will tell you more as you go in. I've got him running comms.
Terrific. Anything else?
Keep your eyes open for Josie. Now free her if you can, but the Typhoon is your #1 priority. We developed it for the Alphabet agencies, and if we don't deliver it to them intact and still a secret, well, I'm sure you'll get the job done right.
Gentlemen, prepare for landing.
But still, I really like that part when you were going to kill Lebedev, and then you kind of thought, wait, something's not wrong, something's not right here, and then and then you kill him, and then you end up in prison, and then Daedalus calls, and it was just great. I was kind of pissed for a moment there. I thought that I had lost all my equipment because I had, well, now that I think about it, I didn't exactly have that great of an arsenal to begin with, but I still felt like, damn, I feel hardcore with this shit. Nobody's gonna touch this. Nobody's gonna take this away from me. So when I ended up in prison, it was kind of nerve-wracking. I was kind of sad. I got a sad feeling. I was sad. I don't know about you, but I was sad. But yeah, Deus Ex, and I mean, shit, the ending was ridiculous. The 3 choices you had, like, usually in games, there's your typical evil against good, or profit against non-profit, or, you know, some kind of moral dilemma that you have, and you basically have to think for maybe 2 minutes, and then you're pretty much done with the issue. You've made your decision, and it's a decision that you're comfortable with, and you can move on. But in Deus Ex, like, as soon as I got all three options for the ending, on how to end the game, on what to do, I didn't know what to, I was basically speechless.
About freaking time. SI Security?
Yeah, name's Jensen.
I know. You used to be on Team 2 till that Mexican town thing went down. I guess the more things change, the more they stay the same, don't they?
Meaning what?
Meaning corpses seem to follow you around. Feel like getting in there and doing whatever it is your boss wants you to do? Because maybe then we can get your people some justice.
I'm gonna need some intel before I head in.
Fine. What do you want to know?
Realistically, how much time do I have before you guys breach?
According to protocol, none. According to your boss, so far the press hasn't found out about the murders, but I can't guarantee that someone somewhere isn't going to let it slip. And when that happens...
That almost sounds like a threat, Commander.
It's not. But you didn't hear the phone call, Jensen. 8 innocent civilians screaming for help while choking to death on poison gas. And all we could do was stand here and listen. So, anything else you want to know?
How many purists am I looking at down there?
I don't have an exact number. So far we've spotted 3 in the courtyard, maybe a dozen or so inside. But that's a sketchy estimate at best, since we seem to be getting a loop playback off your intellicams.
That shouldn't be possible. I told Seraph to make sure Pritchard overhauled the system.
Well, someone inside must be tech savvy, because all we're seeing is a loop. For all we know, there could be 5, 10, or 3 dozen perps in there.
The leader's name is Sanders, right? What's his story?
Zeke Sanders. We're running background on him now. Looks like he fought 2 tours in the Gulf. One of them on a recycled military bill.
You mean he's augmented? Seraph told me he's not.
He used to be augmented. Says his augs made him do evil shit, so he ripped him out. Now he's got a whole crew of gullible gangbangers ready to kill for him, as we've already seen.
I think I've heard enough.
You sure? Wouldn't want to make your boss unhappy.
I got it from here.
Like we got a choice.
That's the best way to just describe what I was feeling at the time. Because they gave you an option, and for all of you who haven't played Deus Ex, spoiler warning, play it by the way, it's fucking amazing. The 3 options that you had were basically...
Jensen, it's me, Pritchard. Where are you?
On a roof overlooking the plant.
Good. Your point of entry should be through shipping and receiving.
Should be, Francis. What the hell does that mean?
We have an employee entrance there, heavily guarded by purists, no doubt. So, if you're not a fan of the frontal assault, I suppose you could try accessing the building's roof.
You pick if you want to give, or if you want to hand over the power to the Illuminati and let them rule the world, or you could destroy the entire communication system that was present at the time. This was 2050 or 40 something, and there was a massive like Big Brother system across the whole world, and you could basically choose to destroy it all and then plunge humanity back into a dark age. Or you could the final option was you could merge your own augmented body with the or not a prototype, I guess it wasn't a prototype, but you could merge your body with an AI called Helios, which was like which was a mix between an AI system called Icarus and Daedalus. If I forced them to pray to me and to make sacrificial offerings to me, and I mean, what's the point? I can't I doubt, I really seriously doubt that I could appreciate anything they could make, because they're ants. They're a lesser organism than me. You know? And same thing, like if I merged with the AI and I became infinitely more smarter and intelligent and wise, and then why the fuck, I mean, I would use that to create a better society for everybody.
Is a risk. You're better off.
I wouldn't use it to rule the world or anything. I would just say, yo, this is what it's, this is the truth, and this is how it should be. Kind of having like an omnipotent despot, but a omni-intelligent despot nonetheless. So anything he says, that's the rule, and he's basically a god from the machine. So I guess that's kind of the option they wanted you to take. When you chose to merge with the machine, Denton even said that, this is why I was created, and his overly chillaxed voice. I love the voice actor to J.C. Denton. I mean, he was basically like a machine throughout the whole game. He was just so consistently cool. He didn't get mad, didn't get sad. He was just agent. Oh, and the Men in Black, those guys were cool. But anyways, fuck them. And I didn't want to pick the Dark Age scenario, because that was just pointless. Why go back in time? Why set us all back by fucking up all the communication systems and all that? I didn't really see the point to that, because it felt to me like, given enough time, we would have rebuilt everything, not only the economy but the communication system and everything. We would have rebuilt everything, and then some new secret organizations would have tried to take over. Like it felt obsolete. Like it was circular to me. If I mean that shit could have just continued going on forever. Every time somebody reaches the point where they can change society forever, for good or worse, then you just choose to fuck it all up and send us back 500 years. No, I didn't. That option I could not sympathize with at all. I could not empathize with it at all. I just did not understand it. At first, I wanted to pick that one because I thought, ooh, nobody can watch us. No, there's nobody to force us to pick anything. There is no, but it's not that easy. I mean, the way I understood it is, if you had chosen to set humanity back 500 years and plunge humanity into another dark age, that would have accomplished absolutely nothing. Maybe free the people, yeah, for a short while, but not forever. You can't take away the simple instinct that people have, that greed, that hunger, that powerful lust, or that lust for power. And you know, that's something that's for me, and I guess this is like Plato's philosophy. That I would argue that that's animal instinct. That people want to rule, people want to have power, people want more, people are greedy. Now I'm just unsure if it applies even to the ones that are enlightened. But I don't know. I do know that greed is corrupt. It corrupts everyone. Greed, nobody's immune to the power that greed has. Everybody, when somebody has something, you want more. They did an experiment where a guy wasn't jealous of Bill Gates and the infinitive sources of money he has, but he was jealous of his neighbor getting a new car. You know what I'm saying? Like, the closer something is to you, the more, I guess, the more you can relate to it. So that's why you feel more jealous when your neighbor gets a new car. When you see Bill Gates flying the latest Concorde, or him basking in the sun on some tropical island with 50 naked ladies all dancing on his penis, and you know,